anything we've ever offered before. More music on D-Music. More messaging on BIP. More radio streaming on Go Loud. More storage on Bello. More control on My Digital app. With the new Digital Prime bundles, it's never been easier to get more digital experiences. Plus, extra data. Get 30 gigabytes with a 7-day Prime bundle for only $2,000. So much data, so much fun. Buy in My Digital app today. Digital, better together.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Kaieteur Radio, I am Kevin Smith. Let's tell you that the Stabroek block has seen more than 31.4 million barrels of oil being produced in its first year of production from the Liza Destiny oil vessel offshore Guyana. The country is now poised to uplift 6 million barrels of oil this year as its projected entitlement from production in the Stabroek block. But the country remains without a marketing firm for its crude. Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat yesterday said that work on the drafting of the terms of reference for that initiative is still ongoing. As such, the document is still to be finalized. An earlier request for proposals last month had been cancelled, making this the third effort by the government to secure a marketing firm. In other news, Guyanese over the past 5 years would have been regaled with promises of a better future. But the country's main source of revenue continues to be taxes paid by workers, companies, and domestic transactions. Earnings from the country's first year of oil production is less than a quarter of what was collected in taxes from a population of less than 1 million people. Government last year collected $218 billion in taxes, but received a total of $53 billion from its sale of just over 5 million barrels of oil, and a 2% royalty on production. According to the Ministry of Finance's budget estimates for 2021, the government is looking to rake in even more taxes from Guyanese workers and corporations this year, projecting $242 billion in returns. And with that being said, let's tell you ExxonMobil's production manager, Mike Ryan, revealed that the company will replace the recently repaired gas compressor on board the Liza Destiny oil vessel with the newer gas compressor that it had recently ordered. Ryan indicated that the defective gas compressor, which has forced Exxon to increase its flaring above pilot levels for over a month, was fully repaired. In addition to this, he had reported that the silencers for the compressors were fixed and that both pieces of equipment are en route to Guyana from Germany. In other news, Minister of Natural Resources Vikram Bharat has said that the media could request the information it needs on oil and gas production and revenues. The government's latest oil report on the fifth oil lift vastly reduced the detail provided by the previous administration's Ministry of Finance. Asked whether he is comfortable with the level of detail being provided, in light of the government's promise of transparency, Bharat said that the government has no problem giving out information. He encouraged Kaieteur to ask for the information it needs. He also encouraged to rely on the senior minister in the office of the president with responsibility for finance, Dr. Rashni Singh, and the vice president, Dr. Bharat Jagdeo, to address some of the specific concerns about the reports and the issue of transparency. In other news, Guyana's ban on air travel from Brazil has been extended by the government in a bid to continue to protect citizens from the Brazilian P2 variant that is circulating globally. This was revealed by the Director General of the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, Egbert Fields. Fields noted the importance of protecting the general population from the variant, hence the extension. The P2 variant has been circulating since early January and is since said to be more infectious, meaning that it spreads faster from person to person. And moving on, Justice Navindra Singh yesterday granted judgment in favor of ex-President Donald Ramotar in the libel suit he brought against Kaieteur News and its publisher, Glenn Lal, over publications related to the signing away of the Kaieteur and Kanji oil blocks. According to the decision, which was handed down over Ramatar's defamation claims, the damages were assessed in the sum of $20 million, which includes an assessment of aggravated damages. The court also awarded interest on the said award at the rate of 6% per annum from June 26, 2019 to March 12, 2021, and 4% per annum thereafter, until fully paid. The court awarded a sum of $2.4 million as prescribed costs to Ramatar against Kaieteur News and Glenn Lal, jointly and severally. And now let's tell you, a few hours after a 55-year-old man with leptospirosis took self-discharge from the Georgetown Public Hospital, his motionless body was discovered on a city pavement with blood gushing from his nose and mouth. 55-year-old Winston Blackett of Laying Housing Scheme North Rheinveld was on Wednesday night found lying on the pavement just in front of Zoom Online Shopping on Middle Street, Georgetown. According to police reports, no marks of violence were seen on the exposed parts of the man's body, and no foul play was suspected. And finally, let's tell you, Guyana's confirmed COVID-19 infections have passed the benchmark of 9,000, while 76 new cases being reported by the Ministry of Health. The new case toll now stands at 9,069. 6 patients are in the COVID-19 ICU, another 12 in institutional quarantine, 30 in institutional isolation, and 562 in home isolation. Additionally, a total of 8,265 persons have recovered to date, with 35 new recoveries recorded yesterday. The COVID-19 death toll remains at 206.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's Newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.
Advisory. GPL is coming to you. The Guyana Power and Light Inc. wishes to advise our valued customers within the Providence community and neighboring environs that GPL will be hosting a community outreach on Saturday, March 13th, 2021 at Massey Stores, Providence, East Bank, Demerara from 9 hours to 1400 hours. Residents are encouraged to come with your questions or queries regarding GPL bill or any other GPL related matters, as GPL's competent staff will be on site to assist customers at the point of their need. Hashtag GPL is on the move. For more information, call GPL's call center on 226-2600 or contact GPL's Public Relations Unit on 225-1471.
Public advisory. Planned maintenance schedule for March 12th and 13th, 2021. Friday, March 12th, 2021 on the West Bank of Demerara from Friesland and Freeneasy from 8 to 14 hours. On Saturday, March 13th, 2021 on the west coast of Demerara from Edinburgh to La Jealousy from 8 to 12 hours. And on Saturday, March 13th, 2021 on the west coast of Demerara from Windsor Forest to Best Village from 12 to 16 hours. Did you know weekly planned maintenance allows for routine inspection and maintenance of the network to provide customers with a reliable supply of electricity? GPL, empowering you.
We take this opportunity to bring you another public advisory from GPL. Dear valued customers in the environs of Edinburgh to Perica, East Coast, Essequibo, please be advised that your communities will experience a service interruption from 10 hours to 12 hours today, Saturday, March 13, 2021. This is to facilitate an emergency maintenance. GPL apologizes for the inconvenience caused.